급한 일이 생긴 거라면 떠나셔도 됩니다.
Alrighty, welcome back to the stream, and welcome back.
급한 일이 생긴 거라면 떠나셔도 됩니다.
Thanks, so. Anyway, welcome back to more Limbus Company. There's my ID. So, new things have dropped. This is going to be a fairly short stream, most likely, but we'll see how it goes. Let's see, we've got target extraction Hong Lu. I don't need to touch this at all. We got target extraction for Encore, Sinclair, and Don Quixote. I said very loudly that this would not happen, and I guess I was totally proven wrong. So, there we go. I still think they shouldn't have done that because it's a story spoiler as a character now, but you know what this should have been? This should have been a much later character drop instead of in the same season as this story beat. Like, this should have been a story drop that they drop, like, later on. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I'm not alone in that. Also, how you doing, Blank? Also, we got some system notifications. A hotfix. Get my lunacy. Packages for App Store stuff. Getting updated price-wise. Okay, whatever. So there is the maintenance compensation and the hotfix compensation, as you do. So, let's get to pulling, shall we? That's what we're all here for, after all. Okay, that's exhausted. I might as well just pull this one. Oh, by the way, I saw something which is really fucked for this. Take a look at this. Ready? So these are the extraction properties for the Honglu target banner. For Honglu's banner, Ting Tang Gang Leader has a 1.45%. Oh, that's nice. So at least got stuff going there. Let's see here. That's Ting Tang. Kurokomo Honglu has a 33.2%. And LCB Sinner Honglu has a 41.5%. So if you want Honglu shards for any reason, there you go. You'll have lots of shards. Mostly shards, in fact. You're more likely to get a shard than any of the upper level things. Like, Kurokomo is 3.2, and Liu's also 3.2, and then these are 3.7. So you're going to get shards. A lot of shards. This is a terrible banner. Don't use this banner. We've also got the Hell's Chicken banner, which I'm not going to touch because I've got everything from this. So let's see how I get from this, shall we? I mean, yeah, I expect as much. All right, so I've got a free pull. Let's go. That doesn't look good. I might get a red out of this. Oh, gold! Ooh! Eh? The Hammer of Justice, Purgent Evil, does not require mine aid. Okay, well, I got Don Quixote's 2-star, but I did not get Sinclair. So who did I get for a 3-star then? I got Ting Tang Honglu. Great, thanks, great. Why? Why out of all of them did I get the one who has a different banner? Like, come on, man. Come on. He has a completely different banner. There is literally a Honglu banner, and I somehow get the 3-star Honglu? How? How? Okay. No, seriously, how? How did I do that? Like, what's the rate on that? What is the chance on that? That's a 0.1% chance that I get Ting Tang Gang Leader Honglu versus literally 10 times that on Sinclair. And I somehow get Not only that, it's the specific one that has a different banner that it's showing up on. Like, the only thing sillier would be if I got the 3-star Ryoshu Chef. Also, it's not even any of the 3 stars I need. I have 4 3 stars I need right now. I have to get either of the Grippies, W Core Merceau, or N Core Merceau, and I didn't get any of those. I got the one that has a different banner it's active on. Ugh. Okay, you know what? Let's go for another one. I've got free lunacy. I can do a pull. Eh? That's good. Who's it this time? Are you kidding me? How am I pulling 3 stars? At least it wasn't Hong Lu again. I would have just, like, I would have committed seppuku if that had happened or something. I don't know. I kind of want to do another one, but I don't think my luck for getting 3 stars can hold out because I just got 2 3 stars in a row. That should not happen normally. Okay, how much free lunacy? I got, what, 2 more free pulls after this? Let's do it. It's the last pull for the season. Oh, that's good. That's a good sign right off the bat, baby. 2, 3. Holy, what is this? What is this? If not a single one of these is Sinclair, I swear to God. They're not all going to be Hong Lu, but they're all going to be 3 stars I already have. Just watch. Just watch. Hey!
전부 불태울 거야. 역겨운 내 삶까지도.
Oh! Did you... It's him, yeah! But did you notice this? The mark disappeared just then? Like, did you notice that the one sign of the mark disappeared in that little thing? What the fuck? What is this? What is this? What is this? This is... I can't believe this. This is nonsense. This is dumb. I'm taking a screenshot of that because that is stupid. This is clown shit. Yeah, I guess I got Sinclair shards. What is this? What? This is... I just need to... Okay, I'm calm. I am collected. We're just gonna let that sit. I'm going to let myself calm down for a minute there. It's a roller coaster of emotion with these streams, I swear to God. Like the instances where nothing happens are like the least upset I am somehow. Like, nothing happens, I don't pull anything, it's just like, oh yeah, okay, I wasted some time and some pulls, whatever. Then I get like, how did I get 5 3-star pulls in 3 pulls, but 4 of them were the things I already had, and 3 of them were the same pull in the same pull? How? Like, that is honestly emotionally damaging to me. That was emotionally damaging. Okay, so, I'm gonna just cool down for a second and check the, let's go to Limbus. Let's go to Limbus Company Twitter. I'm just gonna check the roadmap here real quick. Yeah, right? Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, we have the new extraction identities, which are these 2. There's the roll call 123, which is a mini event of some kind. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that's probably not gonna give me any new identities or things to pull. It'll probably just get me new items, which is fine. Those will help me stock up for Season 2. And then Dante's Notes. No information on when those are going to happen, just sometime this month. Yeah, just happening sometime this month. That's all we know. Oh my God. I am... Jesus Christ. I don't know how this is like the emotionally, like... This is an emotional roller coaster I've gone on in the last, like, 10 minutes. I don't know how this is the one that got me the hardest out of anything I've streamed in, like, the last 3 years. Oh, is this why people go to casinos? Okay. Right. We're gonna just buy these ones, because it's gonna be way easier than rolling for them. Bro. Jesus Christ. Okay, I need, like 70 more Faust shards.
남는 시간에는 다른 이들의 훈련을 도와주고 있습니다. 처음엔 한 명이었는데 어느새 일과가 되어버렸더군요.
Perfect. How many do I need from Marcel? 200. So I actually need 600 things from Marcel.
함께 하시겠나요? 추악함을 정화하는 대업을.
And there she is. Beautiful gamer Faust. Grippy Faust. Finally. She's just like me, for real, for real.
남는 시간에는
Okay,
이들의 훈련을 도와주고
so I need to
있습니다.
burn 600
처음엔
shards.
흥미로웠는데
We're gonna
어느새
go
일과가
with,
되어버렸더군요.
200 for now. And see many I wind up with at the end of that. Or so is the chains. 400. Nice. So I'll burn another 100 shards. Hey, that's the 800 I need, baby.
목적지를 말씀해 주신다면 안내해 드리겠습니다.
Oh, hey, look at that fit. Check out that dress. He is stylish. That is a good look for him. This one, not so much.
쥐는 자의 망치는 이곳에 있나니.
And we're done. We are now sold out. I have acquired every identity for every sinner. So, that means it's time to fill out my archive. Also, Detour Tales, this is new. It's if you want to watch the cutscenes for Hell's Chicken. So, with this, I now have everything I need to get everything. So let's start getting some stories done. Basically, I'm just going to burn a lot of these shards that I have for thread to uptie these identities, because shards are going to be turned into thread anyway. And those last boxes I have, I'm just going to use them to like randomly turn into shards for characters and just like, you know, get Season 2 shards ahead of time. Because if I remember correctly, Season 1 shards are going to get half converted to thread and the other half are going to get converted to Season 2 shards.
남는 시간에는
So, might as well do that, you know? Oh, right. One last thing. One last thing to do. We're changing this around. Where is it? Where's Faust? There it is. There we go. Finally. Finally. My profile has entered its final form. All right. One new grip's Faust. Uptie. So, when uptied... Yeah, well, I mean, in that case, it is, like... It's definitely worth opening all the boxes, I feel like, in that case. Because, even if you... Like, if you open the box and you get one shard out of it, that's still just going to convert into a thread. But if you open it and get 2 shards or 3 shards, you get a shard and a thread. So it's basically just a straight benefit to open the boxes. Like, there's no reason to keep the boxes and just convert them into 1 thread. Like, that is not a worthwhile trade. If it converted into 3 thread, sure, yeah, I get that. But converting like 1 to 1, no, definitely not. Like, there's no reason to keep your boxes. Turn them into shards. Just turn them into shards. It does not work out if it's 1 to 1. All right. So Grippy Faust upgrade gets you. This is upgraded, and at the start combat phase, heal 2 allies with the least SP for 15 SP. If the allies from Encore also apply 1 Fanatic. This pairs well with the new Sinclair. All right, and upgrade this. Start of the combat phase, heal the ally with the least SP for 15 SP. If the allies from Encore also apply. So that's also on support. And that's the Lust. Interesting. Execution. On kill, heal all allies for 10 SP and apply 1 pierce damage and blunt damage up. Inflict 2 nails. Heads hit, inflict 2 nails. Plus 50 damage to targets with 5 plus nails.
높이, 더 높이, 더 순수한 몸으로.
The child had remained seated in the same spot for 3 days now. Just like me. For real, for real. It's as if the screen has absorbed her attention completely, burying even the desire to eat or sleep beneath sensory stimulation. She's just like me. For real, for real. The child seems as if she can't feel a thing. Yes, this is it. It keeps going. The room's air is still only stirred on occasion by creepy cackles, murmured monologues, and the clicks and taps of the keyboard and mouse. Just look at how many infidels are printing out prosthetics. How appalling! How disgusting. A storage device was plugged into the child's computer. Its tiny glowing letters read, Emile, following the name that must be the key she got from Sinclair. Sinclair, oh Sinclair. How grateful I am for you, truly. The whole village is a den of heresy. It must have been quite unpleasant to live in such a place, Sinclair. The child's mind is busied with the thoughts. Now how will I purify those impure things? No, let's think for a second. Those heretics still keep the purest peace in their bodies, don't they? The brain. Even those who have replaced their entire bodies with prosthetics still have a brain. The likes of the heart and lungs can all be augmented and swapped out, but the brain is the one pure, irreplaceable thing in the city. Huh? That won't do. Think of the poor thing all surrounded by impurity. The irony churns my guts just thinking about it. I'll have to rip their heads apart. That way the impure will stay impure. Yes, yes. With her mind finally made up, the child rose from her seat and gripped a huge nail. You are my hero, Sinclair. With her other hand, she unfolded a map stained with blood and grease. It's exactly as I saw through the glass window in that company's lab. That glimpse of the righteous fury you showed for such filth. A little prod got you to hand this treasure over to me. She appeared as though she were possessed by something as she bit off the lid of her red pen. Hold on a moment. I shall purge the heresy encircling you. I shall wipe clean the disgust. You will see it in no time. The future where we judge heretics together has been set in stone. We will meet soon, Sinclair. There was a burst of frivolous laughter and compulsive gestures. The child cackled like a maniac. All as she kept on drawing circles over where the town of Kaul was indicated on the map. We will purify the filth together, shoulder to shoulder. The town on the map was now covered in red, as if she hinted at what would become of the town. Interesting. So is she talking about N-Core Sinclair or L-Core Sinclair? Is she basically Cromer in this timeline? Or is she, like, talking about this Sinclair? Not this one. This Sinclair.
특별한 기분은 아니네요. 저는 자질이 있는 선택받은 자였으니까.
Sinclair. A soft and gentle voice enveloped the area. Look this way, Sinclair. The voice is rapping, perhaps coiling even. Alas. Isn't this a magnificent sight? Oh, it is Cromer in this timeline. I like the distorted Melee song in the background. The laughter of the one standing next to the child completely twisted the air, like a hair-raising shriek made by two sharp pieces of metal scraping against each other, then flicking away. Examining the area closely. Possibly, yeah. I guess that's would make sense if that's what Cromer was referring to. Like something Encore has that lets them see alternate timelines and whatever. Examining the area closely, one could see that it was surrounded by raging knife-like flames. How does it feel, Sinclair? How does it feel to witness the sight ablaze? Her voice could even be described as manic, her wry smirk more twisted than the fire around her. Ah. That is when the child opened his mouth. His lips trembled, his lungs brought up gasps and huffs. Could this be a response of fear? Indeed, it may seem that way. The child most certainly had something that one could call a chance. He could have hatched out of the shell that his fate... He could have hatched out of the shell that is fate with his own strength and gripped control over the path his life should take. And yet... It's beautiful, Faust. Beautiful to look at those vile and repulsive things being purged. It's not so easy to reject the ease of letting another crack the egg from the outside. Even if they aren't your mother bird. Even if they wrest hold of your path and jostle it. That disquieting flame, almost mistakable for warmth, lures you into giving up your strength before like a comforting bonfire. Why didn't I let go earlier, Faust? I didn't need to bother trying to think or ponder so much when there was a clear answer laid right before me. The child spoke with a trembling voice, whimpering on the verge of tears. Pushed out of his nest all too soon, feigning the confidence he sorely lacks. A baby bird who hasn't even broken his shell fully. That would be the description most befitting this child. Yeah, it really is. This is also a good explanation for like the one who grips and what that actually means in terms of Sinclair's story, right? Because in terms of Encore, there's the one who grips, and then there's the hammers that are gripped. The one who grips obviously is like directing the hammers, and the hammers carry out the justice, right? Then in terms of Sinclair's, like in the context of chapter 3, the one who grips with Cromer is also like the one who has like a stranglehold on Sinclair in his past, like just holding him hostage effectively by memory. So there's that aspect to it. And then here we have like the slight expansion to it where it's not just like holding him hostage, it's gripping his past and also like using that to like sort of take hold of his future. So it's not just gripping, it's leading Sinclair where he needs to go by gripping him and yanking him along. And also it makes sense with like the imagery of his thing where it's like an egg. It's a cracked egg that he's still inside of. Like it all wraps up really nicely. It's well done. That would be the description most befitting this child. Not just anyone can be like Faust Sinclair. However, it's all right. The child with silver hair spoke, pointing to the sky. Up above, something muttering indistinct mechanical noises was skewered to a nail. The child's pupils further shrink, while his tremble grows yet more intense. It was painfully evident that he did not wish for what he was witnessing. Despite him knowing this as well, he has decided that he will be ignorant of it. Despite still thinking that what he is doing isn't right, he cannot resist the convenience of letting this mysterious mother bird bring him food. A pink chick who does nothing but gape and swallow. Having dived into a pot of boiling oil, the child had no choice but to flutter with his melting arms. Though by the time the fire dies down, he'll have been reduced to ash. The child laughed. Congratulations, Sinclair. Now you've become someone who can laugh at that sight. The one standing next to the child celebrated him with sincerity. In truth, she was lauding her own achievement more than anything. If there really were possibilities diverging into numerous worlds, she had managed to mold the child into a form one of those worlds must envy. It may even be that someone from another world has already been infatuated by a glimpse of the changing and charring child. Hey, tie back into the main plot! Soon enough, that world too will face a storm of fire, oil, and sparks. The child there will face a similar, yet distinct trial. Now let us begin, Sinclair. The cleansing of this world. Okay. The child weeps amidst the fire. He shall ultimately be snuffed out in flame, unceasingly swinging the steel in his two arms and failing to grip anything in his hands, unable to tread the path he chose. Whether he will break the shell from inside or instead yield himself to the ease of being gripped open. What happens in that world will stay there. Though if you ask which world will be the first to reach that point, who could ever know? I feel like they're setting Sinclair up to be, like, very important. Like that? Animation! But that's, like, really setting Sinclair up to be, like, actually very important in the context of the story, like, in comparison to everyone else. Oh yeah, what am I doing? Yeah, what am I doing here? Just take this, and there we go. Yeah, Faust! Alright. Now for Don Quixote. Got a level 2 here to level. I am going to need to refill on thread. Yeah, right? I mean, Damian kind of fills the same role as a lot of the other antagonist characters. But yeah, the mark, the thing that the guy in Rodion's story mentioned about the mark, that's also there. So Sinclair is being set up to be a much larger character in comparison, I feel like. So I am interested in seeing where that goes. I need one more thread. I can drop some Honglu shards. I've got plenty. I literally got 50 earlier. Look at that smile. Look at that smile on that face. Yet I shall forgive a vow with thee. The child has held a dream from before she wore her blood-stained armor. If there were such a thing as a judge in the city, this child wished to be the one to swing a hammer of judgment at evil, to deliver justice just like a judge's gavel. Yeah, Don's VA does a great job. It's just that Don is an idiot. Shewing to nail those who have so defiled themselves with vile appendages. The child also had a good knack for setting her mind to reading, which then grew into a habit of constantly mumbling when she's not peering into something. Aha! So the reason we pierce the evil with nails beeth to utilize them as tools, so the one who grips might enact justice. The child's eyes gleamed as she exclaimed this. Though the light was rather murky, there was still a spark to be seen. The break is over. All Mittelhammer and Kleinhammer form the ranks. 'Twas another fruitful respite, to be able to ingest the sayings of the one who grips in repose. I could ask not for a better treatment. The child stood up with a refreshed expression, leaning against a hammer larger than herself. Third hammer. March forward 2 blocks. Clean the streets. I shall meet your expectations. Justice will prevail. Even the more experienced hammers were growing weary of the non-stop campaigns of purification. But this child didn't appear tired at all. On the contrary, she overflowed with vim, sprinting ahead at a stunning speed as soon as the order was made. Is that the one? The rumored hammer who has never once eaten the canned provisions? And you know what's more? She hasn't been subject to a single discipline session ever since she was a Kleinhammer. That does surprise me. Watching the child gallop into the distance with a cloud of dust, the two hammers conversed. As much as faithfulness is a virtue, she certainly is an odd one. You don't say. Do you happen to know why she keeps her boots on during breaks? You mean to suggest that the rumors are true? That she wears a pair of running shoes underneath, so it's a hassle to remove them? She states they're her comrades to bring about justice together. Well, I let her be as the one who Grips did not order me to punish such behavior. They didn't have much more to say after that. They'd have never seen another recruit that became so absorbed in the doctrine without receiving any discipline or canned experiences. It must have put them off. Perhaps it is fortunate that that's what it took for them to be averse. The poor fellows facing the child had no chance to articulate an impression. Help me. No, a heartless vessel of tin speaks. Torn flesh sounded out, and a massive blunt instrument buffeted the air. I can detach this. Now gashes, lacerations, ruptures, and bruises. Nay, an evildoer's words cannot be trusted. Me, why evil? Too sure. It was as if every kind of wound and noise could be found in that space. Pandemonium must be an apt description for this sight. Some say the scariest people are those who believe that they're always in the right. There must be some truth to that. Perhaps the child just wanted to believe what she wanted to believe. Okay, so that explains Heathcliff's thing, too. Because in the Heathcliff lore, for the Kleinhammer Heathcliff, he goes like, why did I say that? When he repeats like the mantra back or like the things after eating the food. So that explains that. So the Encore is all about brainwashing. Just big on the brainwashing. Except Dawn doesn't need the brainwashing because Dawn's just super into it by herself. Why not? Okay. So I've got... This is going to be expensive. I need 100 for those. Yeah, exactly. Dawn's just super down for the whole cult thing, even without having to deal with any of that. Okay, so how many do I need for this? Like, for this one, it's 40 to hit level 2, and I think it's like 10, so it's 50 per. Not that I have any that are level 1 right now. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, yeah. Well, I think all my 2 stars currently are at level 2, so I don't need to worry about that. So it's just going to be 40. 80. 40. 80. 80. 40. 80. 240. 40. 40. 40. And 40. So that's 840 thread. So let's see how many I get out of this.
남는 시간에는
Okay, actually first, how much thread do I currently have? I have enough to do it, that's for sure. I'll leave 100, so I'll burn everything except 100 for these people. This is not a great noise, is it? Yeah, right? That would be too convenient. At least I don't have to click, I can just hold. Oh, God, that would be awful. I'm actually going to save the Heathcliff ones because I have a feeling there's going to be a Heathcliff one. That's fine. I don't need to burn more thread. There's no point to it.
예측하고 있던 사항이야.
Moulinet, Fléché, Riposte. What was Dante's office called again? I don't remember what it was called. I think he's the one that Fléchette and Repose respond there. Whatever. Your combat technique must be that of the Zwei. Oh, yeah, that's right. I've always struggled to best you in combat, so I tried turtling up a bit this time. While the idea on its own is commendable, would you remind me of the name of the weapon you're holding? Oh, this is a rapier. That is a sword whose blade is critically thin, while the Zwei's weapons are thick and large. It's those characteristics that allow their members to defend and counter with ease. To imitate it with a slender weapon will doubtlessly prove to be difficult. Oh. For instance, I myself am adopting the Sinks techniques.
Really? Now that you mention it, I actually can kind of see the similarities.
The basics are all you need to borrow. To copy a known method faithfully is to leave yourself open for its known countermeasures. The child continued as he slid his sword back into its sheath. Constant observation is key. An existing art cannot be made until yours until it has been adapted beyond mere imitation or mere image. I suggest you study the fundamentals by observing once more.
Thank you very much.
Finished with his advice, the child stepped outside. Said child, Yi Song, was constantly respected by visitors and colleagues alike, and I'm sure you can see why. He may appear cold and uncaring, but he never shied away from giving valuable advice where it was needed. The cafe is good. Of course, he didn't think much of it. And there's Ryoshu in the background. Coffee. Coffee. Apply +1 to count of effect applied by the last coin. Yeah, so this is the one I was like... This is the thing I was curious about, because these ones imply that, like, if he's attacking somebody, it seems like he'd be really good paired with somebody who does, like, bleed or burn or something, because he'll just be able to up count. In a clash, the opponent has -2 clash power, and ally with the highest max HP gains +1 clash power in a clash. Alright, well, that's Yisong taken care of. Now we got W Core, Cleanup Crew, Faust. What does Faust get that's charge-based? One ally with the lowest max HP gains +1 charge count. Spend 3 charge to inflict bind. Gain 2 charge. Spend 5 charge to inflict attack power down and 3 paralyze.
이것도 점점 파악되어 가기 시작했어요.
Okay. Oh. I was reading it wrong. I thought when it said, like, last coin, it meant, like, the previous one that hit. Right, that actually makes a lot more sense. That makes significantly more sense now that I think about it. 22:32:40, Warp Dimension Travel. 23:02:11. Hour 23, minute 2, Faust speaking, continuing from log number 16. In reality, W-Core Singularity lies on a highly complex web of interests. Its service is simply throwing passenger trains into a dimension with a set destination using a singularity bargained out from a firm that couldn't become a wing. I have been unable to figure out the real singularity, but based on information inferred from rumors and testimonies. Sound of brushing hair. I believe it's something that can be compared to the undo function in digital programs. Oh. Huh. Honestly, I thought the W-Core Singularity was throwing the train into a different dimension, because it's warp. Not the resurrection part. I thought that was like... I thought that was related to maybe K-Core or like T-Core. So that's an interesting detail. They likely possess a technology that can restore things to a previously saved state. While it may produce acceptable results as the passengers perceive it as a short trip, I, Faust, believe that the cleanup process that our crew has to carry out is irrational. The warp bit is from the old W core. Oh. That would make sense. So maybe it's like a smaller firm, like, kind of maintains the old W core technology since the old W core collapsed and the new W core has the trains. However, I do take interest in the fact that irreversible actions manifest as reversible after passing through a number of singularities. I'm about to end the log here. As I always say, this analysis is not for the public good. I, Faust, have one wish, to know all of the city. Hour 23 minute 5, Faust speaking, end of log. Look at that. That's a cool look. Alright, that is Faust handled. We've got She Section 5 Director. Skill plus 3 power at 10 plus speed. I actually...
더 힘내보겠어. 지켜봐 주시오, 관리자 나리.
I'm actually very interested in seeing what the She stuff looks like, because it looks like they all kind of work together a little bit. But also, nobody has Boundary of Death, so where's the Yujin? There's gonna be a 3-star she section character. And it's going to have Boundary of Death. And I am all for that. The child had always expressed her joy with hearty laughs and enjoyed silly jests more than anyone, but not now. The child's true nature wasn't that bright exterior. Perhaps treating others with kind smiles and friendship was how she chose to ease her job of taking lives. The child's blade is swift. In the blink of an eye, before any can notice, her sword has already bisected its victim. No expression colors the child's face in the midst of it all. No sorrow, no joy, no smiles nor tears. But when the child steps forward to meet her colleagues, her face will be painted. Cracking jokes and laughing like there's nary a woe. I doubt anyone knows what this child is like when she's taking on jobs alone. Poor Faust. Poor Faust. Not Faust, poor Dawn. Gain poise. Gain poison haste. Get big damage at, Jesus Christ, that's a plus 21 on the die roll. It's basically Boundary of Death. 7 section 6. You, real shoe.
이미 예상하고 있었지.
Look at her, she's having a great time. Why do you even bother staying in the 7? NM. The child was always harsh to others' questions. While her snappish replies weren't a result of meticulous calculation, the 7 Association nevertheless took an interest in that trait of hers. Information dissymmetry. Although the 7 Association specializes in gathering intelligence, it's never easily shared its knowledge with others on principle. In that sense, the child could be seen as someone discreet about her info. A woman of few words, if you will. Of course, that wasn't necessarily her intention. It's far more likely that the child just needed an excuse to swing her sword. Watch and learn. The child lifted her weapon with an unorthodox posture and got to work. Each spot targeted and touched by her sword was peeled, cut, sliced, strewn. Pacts. Peak art created through swordsmanship. She left a lump of flesh that could no longer be recognized as a human in her wake. Ryoshi's trait is so weird. Just like abbreviating everything. It's such a bizarre thing to go for. Inflict rupture, good. Skill power up against slash fragility. Skill inflicts 2 additional slash fragility if a clash win. Okay. You're right. I didn't even notice. Okay. Let's start with Liu section whatever.
더욱 진한 불꽃이 되도록 정진하겠습니다.
Perfected Death Fist. Oh! A crimson flame burst out. The sword-bearing child fell on his rear in shock, and the one wearing gauntlets reached out to help.
Mr. Marceau, by striking the right spot at the right time, the Liu's equipment can start a fire.
The taciturn child spoke to the one who collapsed on the floor, extending an arm equipped with his extinguished gauntlet.
On the other hand, nothing will be kindled if the trajectory and friction aren't right. Fire cannot ignite, but it's lonesome. I have been taught that this law guides all the Liu, thus fire will naturally spark, just as I naturally still remain in Section 6.
The confused child tilted their head as if a question still remained, while the one who answered looked at them with a faint smile.
Devote yourself to practice.
With that, the child left. I was expecting the guy on the ground to go like, your shirt's on fire. Also, that was a very short, like... That was a really short one in comparison. Yeah, let's do W core first. So unused gain slash protection, inflict rupture, always nice. Oh, you know what I probably should upgrade? I should probably upgrade my egos too. When attacked, gain 1 charge count. And this one is spend to get 2 charge, inflict 1 defense level. Spend 2 charge, inflict 1 defense level down. Okay, so just spend charge to inflict defense level down.
승진은 익숙합니다.
How much is it going to cost me to upgrade my egos? Just look at him, always devoted to his work without a single complaint. You should be more like him, is what this child most likely wanted to say, but they held their mouth shut. Then they moved to a different topic. You know what? Don't model yourself after him. Honestly, not a good look either. Regardless, the child silently focused on his own tasks. Possessed of a tall physique and cold eyes, the child stays impassive as if he weren't the subject of the conversation nearby, in spite of the fact that his ears weren't plugged or impaired. Yo, you should at least say something. His lack of a reaction seemed to bother the grousing child. That's when he, the tall child, finally returned to that gaze and started talking.
I don't believe a reply was demanded of me.
Still, come on, dude. Are you really just gonna sit there even when someone's shit-talking you? Yeah, well, we'll find out, right?
So long as no direct harm is done to me.
And just like that, the child returned to his work. The belly-aching child kept on sending a cold glare, but it won't reach him. I mean, I do have plenty of extra thread, so that's not a problem. Alright. Now, N-Core, the one everybody likes. Oh, you can actually see what they do now? Oh god, that's so good! Ah!
인정받기에는 아직 미력하나 귀하의 뜻이 그러하다면
Dante. The child was surrounded by people in thick suits of armor. Each individual carried a large nail in one hand, and in the other was a hammer so massive that it almost seemed improbable to hold with a single grip.
Hear me, Grownhammer.
I think that's an N, right? Yeah, right? It's such a pain. One of them approached the child to report.
The shadows of heresy are no longer seen in this area.
The child, referred to as Grownhammer, gently exhaled. His breath trembled ever so slightly.
You may return now.
The child's voice is always low and aloof. His vocalizations were reflected by the mask that covers his face at all times, giving his voice a holy-sounding echo. Oh, it's gross. Okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What about you, Grosshammer?
I have a duty to see to it to the end, for the one who grips has ordered it.
If that is what the one who grips wishes. Clatter, clatter. All the others left the space, leaving the child alone in that corpse-littered corridor. The child removes his mask. It revealed his concealed side. A small mechanical device covers his mouth. Green tubes are eerily embedded in his skin. Right, that gadget must belong to K-Corp.
My faith is draining.
The child's voice was now far shakier. It wasn't brought about by fear or dread. It's a swelling, the struggle of something trying to break free. Ugh. The tremble soon subsides, however. It seems the child did something with the device about his mouth. The liquid in its tubes drained into it in an instant.
I am purity,
Clatter, clatter.
a hammer, loyal to the one who grips.
The child wore his mask once again. Thus he walked away, muttering to himself. Interesting. So he's cheating on the one who grips. He's cheating on Grippy Faust. Okay, I'm gonna continue with the leveling up on these guys, but I will be back in a minute because I need to refill my water because my throat is dry. So I'll be right back. Okay. Got water. I'm refilled. Let's continue. Oh, Yeah. Let's do this first, and then I'll burn a bunch of thread to upgrade egos. Like, how much is this gonna... This is level... All their base egos are level 3, so I don't need to worry about that. Which means, like, these ones. This will cost 25. It's probably gonna cost like 100 for each ego, right? Well, it's 25 for that one. How much is level 3 ego? 30. Well, I guess we'll find out.
그렇군요. 언제쯤 말을 꺼내시나 기다리고 있기는 했답니다.
What is this? What is that Bishi Sparkle? What is that? What is this Bishi Sparkle shit he's got? Also, is that Faust? Well, it is Faust. Well, do you like the taste, Miss Faust? Despite the intense scent, the taste is essentially blank. Is this physically possible? Yeah, I guess so. The child's eyes sparkle with a hue of jade. Although his eye always had that color, it would sometimes shine brighter than usual, as it is now. Exactly. That's the wonder of this vintage tea. The child exclaimed excitedly. This is the highest quality pure, supplied exclusively to my family, fermented for more than 2 decades in the ideal environment. It's nigh priceless. The other child seated next to them coughed a couple of times as if he choked on the tea. I must wonder, though, is there a good reason to pay such a stiff price for this, for lack of a better word, scented water? It's just that the taste is too subtle for a tongue oversaturated by cheap stuff. A wave of cold, almost real enough to cool the tea, seemed to surround the table. Of course, the tea was as warm as ever. I do believe that we haven't gathered her simply to mull over tea. His reminder breathed some vitality back into the gathering. Right, of course. To hazard a guess, you wanted to speak about the last mission, yes? That's correct. More specifically, it's about your left eye. Oh yeah, look at that. 2 different eyes. The child drank his tea as he maintained a beaming smile. A subtle hint of an enigmatic emotion seemed to blend into his face. I suppose my eyes tend to glow bright. It's no surprise that you would be curious. While the human eye does function similarly to the lens of a camera, it does not come with the ability to emit varying amounts of light. Okay, so it's actually a story thing that's going on here. The white-haired one frigidly cut off the other child's slyness. Even if it were a prosthetic eye, there are still grounds for suspicion. Why would such an affluent individual, one able to treat guests with such expensive tea, settle for such a noticeably mechanical product? I can't do much about what I was born with. To them, I was a gem of child. There was a slight tremble to the child's words, but it wasn't noticed by his visitors at the table. And it was certainly an auspicious thing. The child feared, for he had no way of knowing when his eye might flash. Interesting. We're getting subplots in side stories in unlocks. Add 30 plus SP, inflict +1 burn count with the effects of attacks, skills, and coins. Can you even feed this? I guess not very well. Inflict 1 burn, target raise burn, inflict 1 burn count. Target 6 plus burn count, raise stagger threshold by 30% damage dealt. Alright, Kurokumo.
고마워요. 제가 배워야 하는 게 또 있나요?
He's got it there too. I'm going to be honest, I did not notice that Hong Lu had heterochromia. You little... The child, whose face was red with fury, came very close to spewing forth insults.
You've been with us for a while, yeah, Brat? It's Honglu, not Brat. Thought I had gotten used to your rude nonsense by now, but it still gets me mad.
It's no wonder that this child is so upset. The Kurokuma clan is a finger subsidiary, and that finger is none other than the thumb. The thumb who put rules and discipline above all else. Said hierarchy extends to the ranks within its syndicates, too. From Kurokumo to Kashira, Hosa, and Wakashu, a superior's orders are absolute, and disobedience could be punished with severed fingers, arms, and even heads. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It makes you wonder why the Kashira decides to keep this child named Hong Lu around despite his bad manners.
I know. I'll say he sure can manage your men like no other.
Well, it seems that he at least does what he's told. And he's apparently good at it too, which explains how he's remained until now. I have my eyes on the useful ones. I just have to take them with me and deal with the job as usual, right?
Yep, and you do something about how you address your superiors while you're there.
Because I'm your boss, the Kashira said to with a cackle. This makes me wonder if they're going to have, like, uptying more, where their stories advance further. Last coin in the skill chain inflicts 3 bleed. One eye with the highest speed inflicts bleed. On hit, inflict bleed. Coin is less than 4. If a target has less than 4 bleed, attack twice. Let's see. Skill inflicts 1 additional bleed and paralyze at combat start. Heads inflict bleed, bleed, and paralyze. So he just does bleed. Wait, times... Oh, yeah, okay, there's 2 of them in the deck. That's what it means. Right.
Right.
Okay, well, that takes care of Hong Lu. Oh, yeah, look at that. It's right there. It's way harder to notice. Is it? Hold up. Okay, I've encountered a bug. That's pretty sick. All right, well, unfortunately, I can't do anything right now. Hong Lu is just overtaking everything. You know what? Let's burn some thread real quick while I'm at it before I restart the game. I'm honestly not sure if I want to burn these two because I feel like I'm so close to being able to afford a character with this that I feel like I should just keep it. I'll start off with like 160 shards in season 2.
어두운 게 싫으시다면 주의를 밝혀드릴 수 있습니다.
Cool. All right.
불꽃은 육과에서 제일 밝은 불꽃입니다.
Right. Things ticked over, didn't they? Okay, so real quick, let's just go extract. I'm basically just getting free shards, or cheap shards right now. Okay,
게 싫으시다면
so just gonna restart the game real quick.
어두운 게 싫으시다면 주의를 밝혀드릴 수 있습니다. 제 불꽃은 육과에서 어두운 게 싫으시다면 주의를 밝혀
비밀을 하나 말해주.
그곳에서도 관리자님이 계셨어요. 당신은 손에 묻은 것을 씻어내지 않. 혹시 로자 씨 보지 못?
난 혼자 다니는 게 편해. 다들
Eh,
같이 좀
keep that one.
말이 없어서 답답하다는 평가를 자주
Let's
듣습니다.
go with
부정적인
grips.
이 못이 궁금하시군요.
칼을 쥐는 법을 알려달라고요?
이봐,
있지.
관리자님,
홍차 한 잔.
이파려.
검을 쓸 땐 어떤 망설임도.
역시
있지. 자꾸 꼬맹이가 잔소리를 해. 정신을 한.
토끼가 약하다고.
네, 얘는
관리자 나리는 W사 열차를.
이 가면은
유일하게 로제랑
나중에 우리 애들 한번
관리자. 인간을 구성하는 것은 살과 피 그리고 뼈. 그밖의 것은 불결할 뿐이에요. 그 가면 정도는 봐드리죠. 의복과 다를 바 없으니까요.
This is who will maintain as my main person here.
파우스트를 따라오세요. 제게 쥐어지는 겁니다.
She's like me, for real, for real. Alright, anyway, Honglu's dealt with. Onwards. Only have she section 5. Heathcliff.
그만하라고 말릴 때까지 다 썰어버릴 수 있어.
Like, I don't know if they're gonna come up with anything I want more than Gamer Faust as my like avatar. Honestly. God, Dusting doesn't work when you do it in the enemy's face. The ginger child deftly dodged the long blade swung by her opponent. Though they weren't enemies, there was murderous violence. Though they weren't training, there were words of advice. This sort of tussle was an everyday occasion between the two, so there wasn't a reason for anyone to step in.
Now, keep still, won't you?
You're an assassin, so assassinate. I have no idea how you managed to join us.
You. It's assassination if there's no witnesses. What more do you want?
The smaller of the two children's eyes went wide at the other. Was she shocked by the unexpected bitterness in his voice, or... Wow, I didn't think you'd actually say that out loud. Ah, so she was simply baffled by his childish rebuttal. You know what? I'm done. I'll just go have a word with the director.
Oi, hold on a sec. Oi!
The tall child quickly leaned forward to chase her, but soon stopped in place. He probably knew it was of no use. Instead, he looked up into the sky and quietly uttered his feelings after expelling a sigh.
I need to earn my keep somehow. I know I'm not fit for this kind of work.
It seems this child has his own share of woes. Heathcliff's interesting, because like all of his story stuff is basically like, I have nowhere to go anymore. I don't know where I have nowhere to belong. I've got to find a place to belong. Like that's the same thing for this one. That's the same thing for Encore. I don't remember what the R-Core one is. One ally with the least HP. So this is interesting. He actually... So I guess that means he actually works better if he doesn't clash. At less than 25% HP plus 2 skill power. That's pretty self-explanatory. Less than 25% HP plus 2 skill power. Plus 2 skill power before attack. Lose 5 HP plus 50% skill damage for this coin. Ah, right. Right. Oh, he's got a counter. Oh, I see. So you just take the attack, send it back, and then once you're at a low enough HP threshold, you start going in on people. Interesting. I feel like he'd pair really well with Chef Gregor. Actually, any of the she ones probably pair fairly well with Chef Gregor and Chef Ryoshu. Alright, let's go with she section 5, Ishmael.
보여드리죠. 더욱 깔끔하고 확실하게.
I've heard that Limbus Ishmael, or Limbus LCCB Ishmael is good. I ought to say something. The child mumbled to herself, biting her lip. Frustration had taken hold of her heart for a long while. The director she worked under was pushing unrealistic goals, and to top things off, her coworker had a temper that couldn't be any less suited for her association's line of work. Ugh. In the middle of dressing an open wound, the child groaned. There might just be more to her so than to the pain. I think that's supposed to be sigh. There's sure to be a good chunk of people in the city who would sympathize with her woes, and those experiences she had during her time of flitting around the city. Even after acquiring her fixer license, she took on chores and odd jobs at the lowest positions, all of which must have seemed inefficient and unreasonable for her. Those lowly duties weren't easy by any means either. I just noticed there's a great white whale over there. It's right in the job description that fixers get their hands dirty, sure, but even they have things they'd rather avoid. Glockmail? Yeah, I could see that. This bandage-swathed child undertook such undesirable tasks. Perhaps that's why she was able to join the She Association. When she had woken up in a hospital after narrowly avoiding death on a perilous mission, she found a letter of recruitment from the association at her bedside.
Didn't expect to meet the director like that, though.
Just as she was grumbling, she heard a loud voice from the room next to her. I said! It was full of genuine rage, something the child had never heard out of her director before.
I'm rightly baffled by this ridiculous orders you issue whilst my juniors are in enough agony.
The child quietly placed her ear to the door, the voice becoming much clearer as she did so.
'Tis against my will to reprimand my good men. Do you have any idea how it rendeth my guts to go them with empty words?
The irritation in the child's mind made way for emerging thoughts. At that, she took quiet steps away from the door and back to her quarters. I thought I'd become a rather experienced fixer by now, but I guess I haven't changed so much after all. Arriving to that conclusion, the child let out a deep sigh. So, I thought the deal with the She Association was just like they were basically like a black company. Like you see the term in like a lot of Japanese media where it's a company that doesn't pay for overtime, like overworks its employees, no holidays. If you don't do it, if you don't do your work on time, you're fired. Very abusive company, like that sort of thing. I thought the She Association was just that, where it's just like, it's not that they were actively hostile to their employees. It's just that they didn't care enough to not put their employees in constant danger. But this makes me think it's just like, no, they're actually actively hostile to their employees. Like, their MO is actually just like, hey, you like getting killed, right? Go do this job. Nice job, you didn't die. Go to the next one. Like, that's actually their MO. It's not like bad situation means you have to work overtime. It's, no, this is actually the way we operate. You just keep going off to death missions. That's how we do things. You came back alive? Good job, idiot. How dare you? Yeah, exactly. That's a very specific circumstance. Oh, so you think that this is actually like in the Argalia sort of constantly forcing them off on death missions phase of things? which would put that in a different timeline where I guess either Elcor didn't collapse or Ruin is still going. I guess they did mention that, like, the library stuff happens at weird times. That would make more sense, although I get the feeling that what they're... That's fair. I get the feeling they're pushing more for a Shi association is, like, actively just trying to kill its employees. But, I don't know. We don't have much to go on in the way in that. We only... Like, this is the only one that really mentions that. Because, for Dawn's, it's just like, Dawn doesn't like doing the job. And for Heathcliff, it's just like, I'm not good at this. So I guess we'd have to wait to see what other Shi stuff happens. Let's see, we get Poise at less than 25. Oh, I see. So this is all about building up crit. Yeah, because you get a Poise count here. At less than 50% HP, use coin 1 and 2 an additional time? Whew! That is spicy! Ooh, that is spicy. Okay. So, poise count. So that's 4 poise count. This is 3 poise. If you get that. Plus passive. And then, and this one. Poise, and then also heal 100% damage dealt if you crit at low health. Yeah, this is pretty decent. And of course, they're all going to have counter, I bet. Also, let me just check something here. Okay, so that was just Ishmael. And no, we're still not done with Ishmael. We got LCCB. Paralyze, attack power down, and Tremor, and Burst Tremor. I don't know why nobody burst Tremor. This is like the only thing I had that burst Tremor besides Merceau's ego.
승진이요? 네, 알고 있었답니다. 고맙다는 인사는 해야겠네요.
Yeah, it really does. Like, Tremor sucks right now because nothing bursts Tremor. It's just a useless status effect, I feel like. I also don't even know what Tremor does. It, like, increases the target's stagger threshold or something? Oh, can? Okay, that's good. But, like, still, even then, it only ups the threshold, right? Which means that if you do it enough, you'll just have a threshold that pops, and then they just don't get staggered longer? It doesn't seem good. It's, like, really handy early if you can, like, capitalize on it at the very start of a fight, but otherwise, what's the point? It just doesn't seem useful. Like, I was doing all the Papa Bongi fights for the, for the Hell's Chicken stuff, and, like, nothing, there's no benefit to that if I staggered early. It just meant that, like, I would just do damage, and then it was not good. Moves the stagger bar, you get the stagger early where you gotta make, yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Like, honestly, I think it'd be better off without doing anything to the stagger. It's really good for Papa Bongi because Papa Bongi gets multiple attacks in a round and can just Tremor Burst you with his 4-hit combo and then just capitalize on that. But it's just not a good status effect. Like, if Tremor Burst created new stagger states from scratch, and as you did it, it, like, moved all the stagger states up, that would be good. Because then you would actually get more staggers. Yeah, exactly. It's good against you, not for you. But like, if stagger states kept getting created and it just kept moving those stagger states up so you got more staggers out of Tremor Burst, that would be sick. But like, by itself, it sucks. Enemy inbound, 100 meters! Crap, we're out of ammo too. It was a clear emergency. The darkly clad children were terrified by an unknown threat, with which they didn't know how to deal. Damn it, should have bring less to save the company budget was a bad call. Not like we could earn a better review from HR or anything, so Oh! The child's mouth went shut, for it suddenly dawned on them that their gun had stopped firing its projectiles. 25 meters. So this is the end for us. That's when their savior appeared, waving her golden hour hair. Relax, you two, I'll take it from here. Miss Ishmael! With her shield raised, the child stared down her oncoming foe with unwavering resolve. This is Ishmael. I've joined up with the team at Operation Site BA-21. We'll help them wipe out the damn rats. Over. Her firearm emitted flashes of light, a semaphore of salvation. And also, please refrain from making idiotic suggestions such as conserving LCC's ammo in the future. We have well-heeled sponsors backing us. Along with flags of scathing lectures. Yeah, Ishmael saving the day. Paralyze, attack power, inflict tremor, and tremor count, which is important. Don't want it disappearing after a turn. And then burst tremor. Spend ammo, inflict rupture. So this feels like it's intended to burst tremor and then get down to that stagger immediately. Which, you know what, that seems decent, all things considered. It's just like, it's not... I don't care about the tremor. Alright, that takes care of Ishmael. Now we've got LCCB Assistant Manager, Rodion. See, bludgeon, inflict paralyze, defense down. Target took no attacks and took damage from attacks last turn. Coin power +2. Defense down and paralyze.
드디어 승진하는 거야? 보상은? 연봉 인상? 애프터팀 이전? 둘 다 아니라고? 에이?
The child's eyes were laden with drowsiness and fatigue. Sensor signals are all clear. We should secure the aisle. Gee, what a hassle. This is our job. I mean, yeah, of course I'm doing it. Why do we gotta help do it to help the bus crew, though? It's what the LCC is tasked with. I know, the child playfully retorted, smacking her lips. The LCC's work is to assist the 12 sinners aboard Mephistopheles and ensure that they successfully retrieve the golden bows. It was a fact she was well aware of. Truthfully, the work didn't really strain her. She didn't have any amateurish complaints about risking her life to help people she's never met personally, either. If anything, she just disliked that her job didn't bring much excitement. And I bet I could do the bus thing just as well. Plus that guy, Virgilius, I want to see him too. You know you can't just jump over like that. Those sinners are, I know, able to resonate with that clock head or whatever. I know what it takes. I was just saying. The child sighed, then spoke into the radio. This is Rhodia, commencing advanced reconnaissance on containment sector E61. E361. She did a warm-up exercise and then told her crew. Ready, everyone? Here goes. Breaching. I'm curious who the other sinners are. It's probably nobody I've seen in the story, I'm sure. And we get Rhodia, who stares at pizza in the microwave. I love that. I love that shop. It's such a good image. Let me see if I can find that, because it's really stupid. Okay, this isn't the same one, but it'll work. The one I saw was just those three, like, staring at a pizza in the microwave. Alright, so this is bleed, nails, paralyze, bleed, haste, fanatic. Oh, there's a new one? Yeah, they do. Let's see. Let me go to the... Let's see. Is there a... What? No way! What? Okay, I'm on the Limbus company subreddit right now. And apparently, if you take Encore Sinclair into the fight with Cromer, Cromer staggers herself immediately and says, "Are you my Sinclair?" That's pretty wild. Actually, not that wild. But that's pretty cool. Okay, let me see. I'm looking for pizza. Maybe I should look for microwave. Nope, not getting anything there. Instead, the only ding I'm seeing is the one from the dual gun-wielding butterfly douchebag in Runa. Oh, thank you. Let me just copy that link. This is stupid. It's so stupid. Okay, and they're waiting for that pizza. Microwave pizza. Delicious. Alright, anyway, let's get back to uptying, shall we?
반드시 부름에 보답할 것입니다. Splendid. Simply splendiferous. How fortunate it is her world to have such a wonderful person. Who is she looking at? That's definitely a Grippy. So is that a Grippy Faust or is it a Grippy Sinclair? Now how unfortunate is the world to be plagued with so many defects, pretending to be human. Being the one who grips open my eyes, I've been living a blasé life, ignoring those foul stenches prevalent in the streets. The voice of the one who grips upturns my foolish thoughts and cultivates the right mindset. I'm really digging like the distorted music they're doing. Ever since my first calling as a hammer, it was the voice of the one that soothed me with each swing. Why was I ever scared to destroy the impure? Why didn't I notice it sooner? That those impure beings are chanting the soil they trample on. That's when I realized my beautiful hometown wasn't safe from those defiled heretics who roam freely without a hint of shame. On my first week of becoming a Mittelhammer, I pleaded to the one who grips that I wished to right the degenerate future of my dear home. The one who grips had blessed me with a merciful smile as always. Oh, it's probably Faust then. Yeah, it was Faust. You may do so.
I knew it. I must be the chosen one. That night, many towers were made out of backstreets dwellers. Oh, sorry, those who were heretics to be exact. To see them pierced and hung far from the earth, it brought me such joy. Why, I could just kiss the cleansed soil of my dear hometown. Good old Grippy Faust. Alright, that takes care of Rolia. We've got Zwei Section 6, date with Don Quixote Sinclair.
지금보다 더 열심히 할게요. 실망시키지 않을 거예요.
Thou wert here, compatriot. Here, this one is thine. Shh, quiet. Oh, is this milk tea? Thank you kindly. The child was taking an entrance exam for the association. After introductory training, the examinees are tasked with a simplified request to see if they're fit to work for the association. So, is that the important person we need to guard? As every city resident knows, the HANA Association is in charge of managing the grades and licenses of fixtures. Though that doesn't necessarily mean every exam is directly under its jurisdiction. Each association holds its own tests and reports their results back to the HANA. This child here is taking an entrance exam for the Zwei Association. All of a sudden, he unexpectedly finds his protectee getting caught up in a fight. Although fear and anxiety cause the child to waver. To watch it sit idly by is against the Zwei's creed! Those words, they reminded the child of what he said during the qualification test. He then nodded quietly and went to speak. That's right, we're the Zwei, our client's shield. So there's going to be a Zwei Don Quixote, I guess. Hooray! Now what do you got? Protection on an ally with least HP. Burst Tremor! Inflict Tremor, damage down, inflict Tremor. This isn't bad as a defensive unit, actually. Okay, so that takes care of Sinclair. We've got two here. G-Corp. Also, G-Corp Otis is kind of nuts, actually, because, like, G-Corp Gregor is all about, like... Oh, interesting. Anyway, this character is kind of nuts, because, like, G-Corp Gregor is just, like, you know, going in, hacking people to bits with, you know, bug bits. G-Corp Otis is, like, using telekinesis powers? So that's pretty wild.
충성. 최선을 다하겠습니다.
Like, straight up using magic. Please state the corporate entities that colluded with you in the war. F-Corp and E-Corp. Any others? The child was vexed by the question, especially so as she knew that having the expected answer come out of her mouth would put her standing in jeopardy. The old L-Corp. What you just testified would signify that you fought alongside the instigator of the war. Do you admit this? I was only following G-Corp's orders as an employee. Manager Otis, please. Annoyed by the child speaking out of turn, the judge lifted a hand to stop her from further interruption. Manager Otis. Listen, the war has ended. Furthermore, it was your side that won. G-Corp acquired what it sought, decades worth of energy from byproducts of the smoke. This court is not being held to find you responsible or punish you. Do you understand? As if, the child thought to herself. The victory of G-Corp's alliance does not mean that its influence extends to the whole city. Rather, it comes with a problem. As the war involved the inextricably intertwined interests of several wings, the victor will need its justifications. For those sorts of matters, the obvious move for a company would be to appear as innocent as possible in the public eye by reprimanding an easy target. And that's why I'll be thrown to the wolves, she concluded. I understand, Your Honor. Nothing too crazy on that. Alright, Blade Lineage Cutthroat. Poise. Poise. Crit.
그러기를 바라신다면 받들도록 하겠습니다.
The most important part of a strike is at the waist. Your steps must be as fast as lightning. That is what you once told me. The child's hushed monologue, or conversation, is directed at her blade. How ironic that you met your demise at your pupil's sword, laid down by the skill you taught her. Although there was a master who had bestowed the art of swordsmanship, that individual may or may not be part of the blade lineage. An unruly group of sword-bearers, brandishing their weapons as they please, too disorderly to simply be called free. If one had to find a word that tied them together, it would be survival. They chose the blade as a way of life, and whoever impedes their survival is greeted with severing violence. It's a trait that most members of the blade lineage share. Should I have followed that path, perhaps? She decided that she wouldn't hold much regret for the day she slew her own master. After all, cutting out the obstacle that blocked her from her flow was the right thing to do. That was the greater stream she floated down. Thus, she made up her mind to hold no regrets for going along with the flow this time, too. If there is an obstacle, I will strike it down. The child's eyes shone with determination. I don't remember what Otis's deal is in the Odyssey. But with G-Core... Okay, so with, G-Core, it's I was just following orders, it's I'm no longer following orders, and with this, it's now I'm giving the orders. And we're almost done. Liu Section 6, Gregor.
이런 거 필요 없다니까. 좀 잘해야만 할 것 같잖아.
Look at that cool guy. Unfair. Why don't you go ahead and tell me what's so unfair about this, pal? Got me all curious now. The child tossed the fellow he grabbed by the collar aside, then sat in front of the one who spoke to him, bringing their gazes together. Where's the cockroach buddy? I don't see cockroach buddy anywhere. I mean, isn't it damn weird that you can shoot fire from your fists? Any old run-of-the-mill fixer gets themselves a weapon from some workshop, and you think this is what's weird? Besides, I didn't use any of that fire magic when I knocked you flat, so what gives? Magic, my ass. Look, pal, you're just too weak. Simple as. You really think it's a good idea to pick fights with random guys passing by, huh? That's it! That's the damn problem! In adjusting his glasses, the child raised a questioning eyebrow. How does it make sense for a scraggly prune like you to beat up 8 healthy young people? Prune, huh? The child's brows furrowed a little, but only for a passing moment. This wouldn't be the first time he'd heard such a remark, and it certainly wasn't going to be the last. Listen, youngster, you got much nicer words around. Experienced, maybe. Veteran, you hear me? And you're short as hell, too! Short. Plus, you look like a total mess! Well, no, that's not true at all. Yes, it is, no cap. No cap? Your beard's on that 5-month shadow, and your hair's a damn bird's nest. You... A flame flickered from the fist that struck the child, who was now lying on the floor, charring the grounded hair. The one who threw the punch took a creased cigarette to his mouth and lit its tip with his burning fist. Well, save myself the trouble of grabbing a lighter. Man, I like Gregor. He's fun. Gregor's a cool guy. Oh, wow, so he is short. But at least he can punch people out. Burn, 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 burn. Burn, 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 burn. Burn, burn, burn. Burn, burn. Actually, speed. No. Extra damage. All right, is that everybody? Yeah, I think we're good. All right. Let's see how many egos I can afford. Actually, is there an ego I should do first? I've already leveled up Telepole to 3 and Lifetime Stew to 3. And this Lifetime Stew up to 3. Like, I honestly don't know if there's any egos in particular I should upgrade. Faust Fluid Sac? Alright. I mean, it doesn't really give me much extra, does it? In that it doesn't actually give me anything extra. Yeah, I might as well upgrade Telepole then, too, while I'm at it. $70 and $25. That's true. All right, let's burn some thread. I feel like at this point it might be easier if I just start at the max and count down. All right, well, we're all cleaned out of thread, basically. Bro. So Faust is now maxed out on the egos. Okay, well, Dawn's Telepole is actually already upgraded. So I don't have to worry about that. And then Faust is now fully upgraded everywhere. So I'm probably actually going to upgrade this Telepole right here. So all my Telepoles are now level 3. Ooh, actually, you know what I should upgrade? I should definitely upgrade Leisure Demand. That one gets used a lot, so I should use this one. And while I'm at it, I'll upgrade Lantern. I never use Lantern, but it's here, so... Alright, so Gregor's now maxed. I don't use any of these. I use Ebony Stem, like, on occasion, but I basically never used Yas and Yata, whatever. I've used Impending Day, like, occasionally. Don't really use any of these. Don't really use any of these. You know what I probably should do? I probably should just go through and get all these things to level 2. So I can actually get the passive off of them. Like, even if I don't get to level 3 with the bonuses, at least if I get to level 2, I got passives off of them. And ego. And I think I might be able to do this one. I don't know if I want to do this one, honestly. That seems a little much. Yeah, whatever. Alright, well, I'm basically out of thread again. So that leaves this, that. I mean... Huh. Wait, what? I mean, you do get 2 surgery right here. Oh! Oh, okay. I mean, you totally could. Like, you totally could, couldn't you? If you just... Because, like... Obviously, the max HP reduction is a problem. But, like, you could totally hit 6 surgery. You'd still probably die because your HP is going to be reduced, but, like, you totally do it, I think. What does it cost? 2 sloth, 1 pride, I think? Envy?
정화의 시간입니다. 더러운 것들을 순수의 흙에서 떼어내버리시오.
I do have all these boxes. So, who is it I was going to give some things to? Faust and Marcel.
정화의 시간입니다.
So let's just open up, let's say 100 on Faust. $100 on Marcel. And let's keep the other 50. I'll figure out who I want to spend those at. Yeah, I'll figure out who I want to spend those on later. Okay, where was I? I was... Okay, that's level... Okay, let me just go through them all. Level 2. Level 3. Level 2. Level 2. This one needs a level 2. Okay, those ones are done. This is set. Okay, so that leaves and these two, and Gregor's done. So it really just leaves Otis's. So that is 25 and 30. And that's it, right?
정화의 시간입니다. 더러운 것.
So I'll just dump all these on Otis.
흙에서 떼어내버릴 시간이죠.
This one's Otis.
정
There we go, and that leaves me with 70 thread to do something with. Cool.
정화의 시간입니다.
And of course, as I go,
순수의
I'll keep
흙에서
getting more of
떼어내버릴
these.
시간이죠.
Like right now. In fact, I'll just go right here. Skip this fight, because why not?
어때?
Got some thread.
믿을 수 없이 빨랐지?
And
정화의 시간입니다. 더러운 것들을
some
순수의
more boxes.
흙에서 떼어내버릴 시간이죠.
So I'll just keep getting those for the next 26 days. MBD. These ones I usually just fight though, because they're pretty easy.
싱싱한 풀이 보이네.
Like I can just auto do all this stuff. Zero brain power involved in this one.
하론, 기다리는 거 못해. 100초만 기다려줄게.
직접 나서지.
Like if I could do an auto battle, I totally would.
가론 신나.
Just straight up auto battle, but unfortunately I can't.
너 맞.
방금 건 아무 쓸모도 없었어. 바보.
And you know what? This also gets me to the point where I get to... Oh, nice. He still won. I also get to reach the point now where I get to start making builds with stuff.
빈틈 투성이로군.
승객이 딱 콩 한 방 먹였어. 야호. 이기는 편, 우리 편.
빈틈 투성이로군.
뺄수 있겠죠? 씹는 맛이 있는데?
야호. 이기는 편, 우리 편.
무슨 맛일까?
쓰러졌군.
이제 쓸만해졌고.
Oh, come on, what was that?
맞아.
이제 쓸만해졌군.
내 피가 배고파했어.
죄를
잘
새겨주겠어.
됐다. 그치?
Yeah, that seems like it's the actual game. Like, currently, the stuff that's in the game, you can beat without having to put, like, a special team together, just as long as, you know, you're more or less playing to enemy weaknesses. But, like, the K-Core stuff, the K-Core enemies have all been, like, just, if you have bludgeon, you're pretty much set. But outside of that, there's not really a whole lot of thought that goes into it.
그래서 카론이 안전벨트 잘하라고 했잖아.
죄를 새겨주겠어.
쓰러졌군. 예측대로군.
흉터의 결과요. 혈이.
So my hunch is that once we hit the Season 2 stuff, it's going to start being like a game of actually build your team out, make synergistic builds, make a setup that actually does something with all your characters and generate stuff. Like, that's basically what the Rainbow Railroad whatever it was.
이기는 편, 우리 편.
Hold on, before we do this. Ah, he's got the lowest health. Eh, whatever.
무슨 맛일까?
빈틈 투성이로군.
Yeah.
혈이 낭자오.
I'm not looking forward to more railways. The last railway was a pain. I really did not enjoy the last railway at all.
생각보다 날 뛰어버렸군. 책상에서만 썩기 아까운 솜씨인걸?
But like, there you go, brain off. I just did that. Whatever.
정화의 시간입니다. 더러운 것들을 순수의 흙에서 떼어내버릴
And
시간이죠.
then I got to do a mirror dungeon, and that'll be it. Yeah, you know what? Let's do a mirror dungeon. I'll take a break and be right back, and then we'll do that. So I'll be back in a minute. All right, I'm back. Oh god, wiggly arms, man. Ugh. God, I hated that fight so much. The fights I hated the most. Thank you. The fights I hated the most were the Inquisitors and the robot. The robot sucked to fight so much. Ugh, hate that fight. Just awful. I had way less trouble with like Cromer and the dual anomaly fight with the dog and the headless Ichthyus. Like, I had less problem with that than the stupid robot. Ugh, hate that. All right. I don't know who to go with here. Let's see, burn, a little bit more rupture, or probably this one. All right. Who do you want me to go with? Because I got whatever now at this point. Actually, you know what? You know what? Yeah, let's go with Encore. So we'll go Sinclair, Faust, and Merceau. Let's go with those three. I just realized his name is the one who shall grip, not the one who grips. Let's see here. Oh, right off the bat, a level. Nice. Yeah, so the thing that's really interesting about him is I was looking over his stuff on the Twitter earlier. He's all about losing SP. So you have, like, you gain less SP from winning a clash or defeating an enemy, which means that you just naturally generate less SP, so your SP will always be low. You have, if one ally with the least SP deals plus 10% blunt damage, if said allies below 0 SP, further burst their blunt damage, the lower their SP is, max 10%. So he's just going to be at low SP the whole time. Yeah, that makes sense. So this one is on use, lose 7 SP. On a Tails hit, you gain Fanatic. Next turn, and then you on hit, inflict a burn. Oh, wait! Wait! He has negative dice! Oh! Oh my god, are you for real? Oh my god, this is gonna be stupid. Yeah, when I was looking at him, I was like, he doesn't seem that good. Because, like, he's going to be losing a lot of clashes. Because he's going to be, like... He's going to be using a lot of clashes because he's going to be losing SP all the time. So he's never going to win anything. There you go. So, lose SP, Tails hit, which he's going to get. Fanatic. And burn. Skill 2. Lose 10 SP. If you're Fanatic, deal extra damage. Tails hit, burn, and bleed. Skill 3. On use, lose 15 SP. If this unit's Fanatic, deal extra damage. If the target is a mechanical amalgam, which I don't even know what those are, deal extra damage. On hit, raise stagger threshold by 50% of damage dealt. If target has 5+ bleed, inflict burn. Gain blunt power up next turn. This is going to hit like a freight train.
Yeah, this is stupid.
Let's see. You heal less SP. If he's the lowest SP, he's going to get even more damage. And his thing is he heals some SP. Alright, what does Faust do again? Heal 2 allies with the least SP for 15 SP. At the odds from Encore, apply Fanatic. At the start of the combat phase, heal the ally with the least SP for 15 SP. The odds from Encore, apply Fanatic. Clash win, target loses 3 SP. Inflict nails and bleed. Nails, bleed, gaze. On kill, heal all allies for 10 SP and apply pierce damage up and blunt damage up. So this is very interesting. I mean, in lore... Yeah, right? In lore, right? Faust is the one who's, like, keeping a hold of Sinclair. So this actually shows that, like, Faust is keeping Sinclair sort of sane? Or on the edge of sanity? Sinclair is constantly burning away his own sanity. But Faust is, like, constantly dragging him back up. It's very interesting. And we have Merceau. Lower user stagger threshold. Inflict nails. Bind. Power down. Nails. Gains protection. It's also negative coin. When below 50% HP, remove 1 negative status effect and gain Fanatic. Alright, well, let's go.
불로 정화하고 깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
하론, 기다리는 거 못해. 100초만 기다려줄게.
So there's like not a lot I can do with this because this is just always is, you know, whatever.
참여하게 되리라.
방금 건 아무 쓸모도 없었어. 바보.
The gripping.
야호. 이기는 편, 우리 편.
Oh, he's Fanatic. Hold on, hold on.
불길 속으로
승객이 야호. 이기는
That was damage.
편.
He's at negative 9 SP right now. Let's just have Faust do this.
참여하게 되리라.
가져가라.
He also gives 10 SP when it kills. Yeah, it's true. How did my caption thing get that? It says Seahawk is tennis if you want to kills.
파우스트가 나설 만한 곳이어야 할 겁니다.
Anyway, I always go for those level up spots because, like, when you do a fight, first, you can lose resources, you can lose health, you know, all that stuff.
100초만 기다려줄게.
And when you do a fight, there's an chance that you'll get an ego gift instead of leveling up, which I don't want. Ego gifts are not as good as leveling up, like 75% of the time. So going to a level up spot just means I can avoid the loss of resources, and also I don't have to worry about getting an ego gift. I always get a level. Or if you're on the second level or third level, 2 or 3 levels.
불길 속으로.
Okay, so what does Sinclair need to not get his passive active to Wrath? There we go.
승객이 딱콩 한 방 먹였어.
불게서
대성공이야. 가는 신나. 노래 부를까?
이단을 정화했다.
All right, well, job done. I like my soup. What can I say?
흙으로 돌아가지
Also, I found out that you were able to get bongy plushes from just regular levels. Like, obviously the ones in the chapter you could get the bongy plushes from, but like in normal other levels you get the bongy plushes as well. Just not in the mirror dungeon.
불길 속으로.
Woohoo!
가는 신나. 노래 부를까?
무가치 않은 저항일 뿐이다.
야호. 이기는 편.
지금은
우리
바빠요.
편.
Heal 50% less SP from winning a clash or defeating an enemy. He is not fanatic.
정화.
이단을 정화했다.
승객이 딱콩 한 방 먹였어.
Oh, is that what that was for? That makes sense. I thought it didn't even trigger unless you beat Chapter 3. I guess Fluid Sac.
파우스트가 나설 만한 곳이어야 할 겁니다.
I honestly have not used Faust in a long time because the only like maxed identity I had for Faust was her L Corp remnant one.
기다리는 거 못해. 100초만 기다려줄게.
참여하게 되리라.
대성공이야. 가는 신나. 노래 부를까?
Wow.
내피가 배고파했어. 잘됐다. 그치?
Let's see. Currently Fanatic. Nice.
참여하게 되리라.
Yeah, I think that was excessive.
딱콩 한 방 먹였어.
Yeah, that was very excessive. I think Sinclair could probably handle a lot of these fights on his own at the moment. Yeah, why not? Encore. Encore Kleinhammer. Ah, perfect. A level, which goes right into a hard fight. Which goes into a character Whatever, it's still a better option than going this way.
시간 됐네.
시간 됐네.
하론, 기다리는 거
Cameron, what do you have going for you?
100초만 기다려줄게.
I mean, you don't really play well with Sinclair at all, honestly. I'm just gonna do this.
불길 속으로.
방금 건 아무 쓸모도 없었어. 바보. 대성공이야. 다른 신나. 야호. 이기는 편.
Like, I love Sinclair at negative 27 over there.
참여하게 되리라.
Yeah, probably. I thought the same thing about Dawn. Alright, that's already level 20. Grippy Sinclair. And now a hard fight. This is probably going to be 2 Inquisitors and a bunch of abnormalities. No!
하룬, 기다리는 거 못해.
That's actually surprising.
100초만 기다려줄게.
정화.
대성공이야. 다른 신나. 노래 부를까? 야호. 이기는 편, 우리 편.
Is Sinclair in the danger zone? Probably. Whatever.
정화.
Man, he's looking good. What's Sinclair's CSP like right now? Let's find out. I'll put it on Grippy Faust instead. Negative 45. All right, who we got? Hey! It's fine. All right, so passive support, Fanatic. One ally with Fanatic with the least SP deals plus 10% damage. Whereas we do Kleinhammer. Target has nails, inflict tremor count. If the unit's Fanatic, inflict nails. Yeah, I'll just keep you on the bench.
불로 정화.
To battle.
깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
Yeah. Yeah. But Dawn gives Fanatic as support.
하룬, 기다리는 거 못해.
Well, it's not instantaneous.
기다려줄게.
Yeah, should be fine.
속으로.
대성공이야. 다른 신나. 노래 부를까? 야호. 이기는 편, 우리 편.
Needs 4 for this.
참여하게 되리라.
I mean, who knows? Might still soup up.
한방 먹였어.
It might also be if I go below 45, it'll corrode.
죽었나?
I'm gonna be real upset if I don't get Rhodia as the last one.
시간 됐네.
Also a phone call. Hold on. I'm just gonna auto this.
하룬, 기다리는 거 못해. 100초만 기다려줄게.
정화.
침묵하라.
적들이 흔들흔들. 기회 아니야?
Well, there you go. He's going to soup all over everyone. And since he's got soup, he only targets enemies since they have less health.
정화. 너 죽었나?
Eat him up! Eat him up! Soup!
소화.
Holy shit!
맞지? 하론 스탐해줄게.
Okay, I was not expecting him to also hit my characters with that. That had 5 hits on it? That did damage, Jesus! Okay, Sinclair is not allowed to corrode any further.
못하리라.
Sinclair's stuff has corroded too far. He is not allowed to go any further than this in the corrosion.
100초만
He is already a liability.
불길 속으로.
적들이 흔들흔들. 기회 아니야?
What does it take to soup? I need more wrath and whatever the green one was. Okay, this one can do this.
정화.
승진이 딱콩 한 방 먹었어.
Oh, come on.
진함이 빈약하고.
야호.
Really?
이기는
Really?
편, 우리 편.
Okay, I need wrath and gluttony. Do I even get gluttony? Okay, well, Sinclair's more or less recovered at this point, so...
정화.
End on... as green. Green's fine. Oh, I got an extra quick. Or I just do this one. I'm just saying, that solves the problem. Ah, no Raja! Ah! Ah! Anyone else have a heal ego? Let's see here. You got... Might as well bust out this. Okay, we're going this way because there's a heal spot right there.
불로 정화하고
And I kind of need the heal spot at the moment after Sinclair souped everybody. That was an unexpected amount of soup.
하룬, 기다리는 거 못해. 100초만 기다려줄게.
참여하게 되리라.
방금 건 아무 쓸모도 없었어. 바보.
Oh, that's right! Merceau does in fact have a heal. I forgot about that.
적들이 흔들흔들. 기회 아니야?
정화.
승객이 딱콩 한 번 먹였어.
그 오물을 가져가라.
야호. 이기는 편, 우리 편.
Okay, he's at 7. That's fine.
정화. 밝으로. 밝으로.
Okay, the stress is now gone a little bit. There we go. Less stressful. Just a little less stressful.
불로 정화하고 깨끗한
I
세계를
guess if I'm doing N. Sinclair, I should probably take off his egos, like, entirely. That soup was deadly.
기다리는 거 못해. 100초만 기다려줄게.
Ah, good. That can feed it.
정화.
이었나? 그 오물을 떼어내주지.
Oof. That seems a little excessive.
가론 신나. 노래 부를까?
침묵하라.
야호. 이기는 편.
I mean, yes, that's true, but also he got really close to killing the team. Okay, we're gonna feed some people. Wait a second. What's his... Maybe? I'm gonna have you shield up, actually.
정화.
승객이 딱콩 한 방 먹였어.
무가치한 저항일 뿐이다.
야호. 이기는 편, 우리 편.
Fanatic Ally with least SP deals 10% damage, which is... Okay, so I can... Honestly, I could just take you and tank both of these. Oh no, because someone's got to kill that thing. Is everyone even targeting that? Okay, you are. You are doing it as well. Okay, so this one, that's fine. Yep.
정화.
이단은 정화했다.
야호.
There we go.
편, 우리 편.
Sinclair's at 25 SP. That's pretty good.
정화.
Oh, that's true. I could use fluid attack as well.
이것이 궁극의
My mistake.
야호.
Was that a heads?
이기는 편.
That... Oh god, that was not a heads hit. Hold up. Okay, I guess this is gonna have to do.
이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
I probably should have just been using fluid sac instead. It's fine. Alright, let's see what we got here. Look at those butterflies, aren't they just beautiful? Gander the Sunset too really makes you want to go for a stroll. Why don't we stop for a moment and take a breather? Something yellow gestures warmly. Take a break. Yeah, I got Eclipse of Scarlet Moths, and I healed. Sinclair now has too much sanity. Okay, good. We're fine now.
불로 정화하고
You know what this means? I get to just press the attack button again and let Sinclair go wild.
카론, 기다리는 거 못해. 100초만 기다려줄게.
Well, maybe not. Yeah, he is gonna roll shit like... He's gonna roll like shit on this. Awkward. Okay, it's fine. Oh, hey, you still won. Nice.
카론, 기다리는 거 못해.
교전 시작합니다.
100초만 기다려줄게.
확인 사살.
그렇지 않죠.
알겠어.
그 오물을 떼어내주지.
승객이 딱콩 한 방 먹여 석들이 흔들흔들. 기회 아니야?
이단을 정화했다.
표적 확인. 표적 완전 위협파.
다 죽어라.
야호.
Yay!
이기는 편, 우리 편.
I don't know how that worked, but whatever, it's fine. Centipede is capable of discharging a high voltage. That's what the sign attached to the tank says. It's an aquarium or a laboratory? 2 buttons. One shaped like a thunderbolt, while the other looks like a water drop. Let's go with lightning. Apply stimulation. Centipede isn't moving. Standard issue battery! That's the best one! This is the best gift in the game. Well, besides the chicken ones, because those ones are busted.
파우스트가 나설 만한 곳이어야 할 겁니다.
Standard duty battery is the best because it just makes all your attacks do like 5 more damage. Oh, hey, it's these guys.
기다리는 거 못해. 100초만 기다려줄게.
Everything's going there. Unit is not fanatic yet. This is perfect, isn't it? Let me show you the real encore.
참여하게 되리라.
Foolishness.
카론, 기다리는 거 못해. 100초만 기다려줄게.
Is Sinclair not fanatic? Oh, because it wasn't a Tails hit, of course. He's got too much sanity. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Let's get some nails on there. Why not?
정화. 환락에 삼켜지기 전에.
방금 건 아무 쓸모도 없었어. 바보.
좋아.
You ever think about how, like,
이기는 편,
every
우리
single thing that Ishmael does with her egos is all just a variation of a shield bash?
참여하게 되리라.
That's fair.
또 죽었나?
그 오물을 가져가라.
승객이 딱
Well, that was stressful for a minute because of Sinclair going ego and souping everybody up, but you know what? In the end, it was fine.
당연한 결과죠. 저는 선택받았으니까.
Yeah, I bet you did the most damage.
그렇겠죠?
Half it was probably to your own allies. Most of this damage was from Sinclair. Like, this was pretty much all from Sinclair. That's all from Sinclair. That's all from Sinclair. This, partially from Sinclair. Nice. Alright, so this one I'm actually going to go with these Ego Shard crates. Yeah, I can see it. But, yeah, I'm going for the Ego Shard crates. Normally I go for the nominal Eagle Shard crates, but I don't need them anymore because I got everything. So I don't need these. So I might as well just go for the random ones and get whatever I want because this gives me more shards overall. Like, might as well, right?
정화의 시간입니다. 더러운 것들을 순수의 흙에서 떼어내버릴 시간이죠.
Math. And also not having to worry about stuff anymore. Hey. And then... who do you think is going to get something early next season? Just guess. Yi-sung? Yeah, he is pretty light on stuff, isn't he? Because he only has 3. She's got plenty. They're not going to do anything with her for a minute. Dawn's got enough. Definitely not going to do anything with Ryoshu. Merceau's got plenty. Yeah, I can see it. I could see something going on with Hong Lu as well. Probably not going to do anything with Heathcliff. They've got Rabbit. They're not going to do anything until they can get something new in for Heathcliff. Maybe Ishmael? I could see Rhodia as well. Definitely not going to be anything for Sinclair. Because they just dropped this. They're not going to do anything else. Possibly Otis as well. And Gregor's also pretty light, but I think it's probably going to be Yi-sung as well. Yeah, I'd agree with Yi-sung because he's got the least stuff. He has 3 egos, 2 of which are the same tier, and 3 identities, 1 of which is his base. So he's got nothing right now. So let's dump all of these into Yi-sung. So we're just going to build that number up, and we'll see what that looks like when Season 2 rolls around. Just getting a little nest egg built up. Alright. So that is that for me. Look at my gamer Faust. Look at this. This gamer. She's just like me. For real. Okay, anyway. That's where I'm gonna leave that. I'm basically done with Limbus Company until the next thing happens, which is going to be those side missions and then Dante's notes. So I'll pop back on for that, and then next time after that will be season 2 when K-Core drops. I'm gonna do stuff like on my own off screen, but that's gonna be like just, you know, fiddling with teams. Like, for example, now that I got them all, I could set up an Encore squad. I got Mittelhammer, Encore, Rippy, Encore, and I can figure out things that work with those. Like, maybe not that particular Ryoshu. Or if I want to go for Burn Squad, I've got the 3 Liu characters, and I can figure something else out. Of course, there's Bleed if I want to just go for Kurokomo. I kind of want to see how she works in a group. Because there's a lot of stuff here, I feel like. A lot of potential with she there, and she here. And she here with maybe Blade Lineage Salsu. Yeah, poise count from skills. Then that's SP heal. Lowest max HP gains charge. 2 defense skill. That might be the one to pick. See, 7 section 6. Max XP is Rupture. Deals and takes 20% damage. That seems like the one to keep, actually. Flicks Bleed. The ally with the least HP heals 15. Actually, I'd probably keep Chef on as well as Chef Gregor. Since these two, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These two feed the she characters, and then everyone else feeds into the rest of it. So let's see. Merceau, with Ice Max HP takes negative 10 damage for attack skills. That's not bad. Lowest speed inflicts burn. Apply attack power up and protection to the ally with least HP. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, so probably Encore. So what's here? Inflict burn. Bleed. Ally with the lowest SP heals 6. One ally with the most SP deals plus 20 damage with heads coins. This one might be fun to keep around. And what do we have here? Ally with most HP randomly gains attack, defense, and protection. Most SP deals plus damage. Most HP deals plus 30 damage. Highest speed deals damage. This was the one to take. Definitely. Lowest SP deals extra blunt. Least HP takes less damage. That's the one to take, I think. Lowest speed gains plus 1 power. Most SP deals plus 10 damage. So it's definitely Zwei. Most HP deals plus 20 damage with heads coins. Plus damage. They use defense skills. Enemies defeated, apply haste and 1 damage up to the ally with the most SP. Lowest speed deals slash damage. It's probably going to be this rodeo then. So now you got all this stuff, and that basically feeds into the she setup. So if I were to go like, let's do Luxcavation. Why not? None of these are high enough level, are they? Let's do a low level Luxcavation. How about this one?
새 거래처를 찾으러 가는.
손맛이 뭔지 보여지.
모두
그래.
목표인가요? 손쉽죠.
They don't have enough. They don't have enough levels to do a high level one, so okay, I do a low level one instead.
카론, 기다리는 거 못해.
So let's take a look here, right? This prepares on Wrath. This is Lust, Wrath, Envy, Lust, Pride, Lust, Wrath, Gluttony, Wrath, Sloth, I think, Depression. I think I can feed those all anyway. So that's the Wrath. Yeah, like immediately I can feed the Wrath passive. Prepared Mind is already activated.
썰어볼까?
Gloom. Yeah, okay, that whatever.
카론, 기다리는 거 못해. 100초만 기다려줄게.
So now Lust is already activated.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
승객이 딱 한
It probably occurs at the end of combat, right?
야호. 이기는 편, 우리 편.
Yeah, so those are all activated. So now it's just 3 Wrath in a round. Gets extra bonuses. Oh, okay, so that actually would work then, wouldn't it? Speaking of which, highest honor, apply 1 protect power and 1 protection to the ally with the least HP. If the allies from Encore, least HP would be there.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
타겟 제거.
Look at that poise!
내 피가 배고파했어. 잘 됐다. 그치?
Ah, not enough Wrath this round. Unfortunate.
썰어볼까?
방금 건 아무 쓸모도 없었어. 바보. 대성공이야. 다른 신나. 노래 부를까?
쓸만해져.
여기 썰고
야호.
저기 썰.
이기는 편, 우리 편.
I can't really feed this, though, unfortunately. Nobody has Pride. Like, nobody on this team has Pride to throw in.
예약 주문인가?
At all.
깜짝이야.
기습 준비 중이었는데 내가
그래. 누굴 조지면 되는 거야?
임무 중에 찾아오시면 안 돼.
So that would have to be swapped out for something else. Lust is easy. Wrath is easy. This is doable. Because I've got Gregor She does not have wrath. Gregor has gluttony.
기습 준비 중이었는데 내가 보이시오?
It's lust.
그래, 누굴 조지면 되는 거야?
임무 중에 찾아오시면 안 되는데.
So really it's just Gregor who'd be feeding that. Yeah, okay. So Honglu. Nobody has gloom either.
예약 주문인가?
깜짝이야. 휘둘러버릴 뻔했네.
Yeah, so Otis, Sinclair, Yisong, and Honglu need to be swapped.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
해체 끝.
힘은 확실히 빼는 편이 좋지. 이제 수면해졌고.
여기 썰고 저기 썰.
타겟 제거.
다음은 침묵을 안겨드리죠. 완전한 침묵.
It's really unfortunate that I couldn't get the poise thing from Yisung, because that would be sick.
이 정도면
Okay, so we go back. Sinners. Oh, no. Okay, what else we got? No. None of these are going to get turned on. Unfortunate. So I might as well stick with this one. This doesn't really matter, actually. Like, nothing he has will get that. Otis. Sloth. Nobody has sloth. Well, no. Somebody might have sloth. No. Sloth. I think, hold on, does Gregor have sloth? No, he doesn't. He is just his gluttony. I guess in this case it would be either between burn or bleed. This is highest ally. So that would be... Alright, one ally with the most SP inflicts burn count with the effects of their attacks. This one seems like the best one to pick. So, unfortunately, nothing I can do with you. You're basically useless. Sinclair does need to be swapped as well. So really, the only one that works with him is Grippy Sinclair. Grippy Sinclair is the only one that works with this particular composition. Now, Rhodia's fine. Rhodia's fine. It's Otis. I might as well keep this one because Gregor can feed this one very slowly. which is better than any of the other ones. This is fine. This is fine. And this is really the only problem. Like, nothing I have with you is going to do anything. I guess this one. Wait, no, that's res, isn't it? Nobody's going to be able to fill that. Alright. Well, it's better than the other ones, I guess. So, with that, I believe everybody can... Except for you. You're the only one who doesn't work in this comp. Everyone else can feed. Like, this is lust. Everyone feeds lust. This is wrath. Everyone feeds wrath. This is wrath. This is wrath. This is wrath. This is gluttony. Yeah, so everyone can feed. Everyone can be fed except for Yisang. Hey, Kenyos. Sinclair, like this Sinclair solo, I guess that could work actually. Because if you don't, like, I can see it actually. Because there's a lot of things that are working like if you do this, no, maybe not this one. Actually, hold on. What does this Sinclair do? Yeah, so this Sinclair does gloom, lust, and wrath. Heal 10 SP for out at the end of turn if they lost SP, which they did. So that actually works. This is Pride, so yeah, this Yisong. I feel like this might actually not be good because that's too much SP regen. I guess it only triggers if you do enough. Plus 5 pierce damage. Yeah, no, this is the one. This is the one. I don't even need to look at the other ones. Like, this is the one. Yeah, no. No. That's not bad. This one. Well, now you know. Nope. This is a good one. No. Yeah, so it's N Corp. That one's usable. This one's usable. No. No. Go with this one. Okay, so let's see here. This is... No, that's not going to trigger. Nope. Yeah. Actually, yes. Actually, yes to this one, because Sinclair can't do nails normally. Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'm just checking things out here. No. No. Yes. Actually, what damage does Sinclair do? Blunt, blunt, blunt. Yep, okay. No. Nope. Yeah, that one's good. Yeah, so is this one. Otis? Nope. 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 Okay, so you don't exist. Whatever. Nope. That's good. Phase out with lowest HP heals 5, and this one is... Yeah, doesn't matter. It's the same. Okay, so this is the Sinclair solo, I guess. Actually, no, this would work, because Sinclair solo would be getting a lot of turns. So this heals 10 SP. And this heals 15 SP. So if Sinclair's getting like 3 rounds, he's going to be dropping like 20 SP a turn. So this is fine. Alright, well there you go. I got a team now. Solo Sinclair squad. I'll have to try that out because I'm interested in seeing how that goes.
정화의 시간입니다. 더러운 것들을 순수히
Actually, no, let's do that right now. I'm not going to do a railway run. God, no. I'm not going to never do that again. Not going to use that. There. Because Cook Gregor and regular Gregor both have the same healing, so it doesn't matter. And regular Gregor only costs 3 Gloom, while Cook Gregor costs 5 Lust. So it's way easier for that to trigger, especially since Sinclair's base thing is Gloom. Anyway, there you go. I've set my thing up. I'm not going to attempt this because actually the ad's about to start on the stream. So I'm just going to leave it there for today. And I've also been going for 3.5 hours. But yeah, so next time I stream will be the Dante's notes and the other thing. So look forward to that. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of your day, night, evening, what have you. I will see you next time. And, yeah, thanks. Have a good day. And I'm going to send you over to somebody here real quick. Go say hi.